Hey, it's Vanetta Lopez. Go with the flow. How you doing? So, if you're watching this on the 2nd of January, well, how's the new year going for you? Hope it's going well. For me, I think it will be a day of recovery because girlfriends are in town. So, catching up and maybe a bit more drinking. Actually, I don't drink that much, so I'm okay. But I'm realizing that some of my girlfriends are good swiggers. That's right, they swig a good drink. Anyway, so 2nd January, how's it going? What are we celebrating today? Well, okay, couple of things. First is World Introvert Day. That's right. So if you are an introvert, is actually something I've just realized. Okay, they are not shy people. No, being an introvert does not mean that you are shy. It actually just means that the way you recover and away from daily life and the excitement of everything is different from extroverts. So extroverts like to recover by going out and partying, okay, and um, they actually recharge in that way. But introverts need more alone time to, as they put here, get their juices going again. Ugh, introverts, juicy. So yeah. So here, I guess a few things, three things maybe, or four things you didn't realize about what an introvert really is. So they're not shy people, they just recharge in a different way. They can be very confident. Okay, don't mistake introverts for being like, oh, I don't have the confidence to do things. No, no, no. Doesn't mean they don't work with confidence or strength every day. In fact, many famous artists, politicians, scientists, and other great thinkers, the guy sitting on the toilet bowl with his hand over on his head is on his hands. Yeah, known to be introverts. Well, if you're on the toilet bowl thinking real hard, I would say you recharge very differently. Okay, anyway, and then also, introverts do like to socialize, like everybody else, but they get tired after having too much of it. And so they like to deep dive into one on one conversations. They prefer that over big crowds. Actually, it sounds like, the moment I turned 40, I'm an introvert. Sounds like anyone who's just going, I think this club is too loud. Lah. Can we just go somewhere, have a coffee, and chit chat or not? Yeah, I think it's fine to have certain ages, right? We all get to that point. Are you at that point already where I don't want to socialize by going out to a noisy club all the time? That's what we used to do, right? I know I did in the 20s. In my 20s, it's like, yeah, how am I partying? I'm at a club. Mostly my 30s, actually. I'm in a club, with people playing pool, having a drink, chit chat. You still manage to talk. We do. But the music was still loud. Now it's too loud. It's like, could you just bring it down just a little bit? Or maybe you talk outside. But yeah, introverts, they actually prefer that deep one on one conversation. There are, however, some very excellent public speakers who are introverts and they make great social butterflies. They just need to monitor the internal resources more carefully. Okay. And yeah, so there you go. How do you celebrate being a world introverts? Well, you can, if you know of one, you know what you do? Leave them alone. Yeah, that's what they would really appreciate, I think. Or maybe say, hey, are you up for a one on one conversation and just chill out time with us? If not, yeah, then it's fine. Or, you know what? Have a party. If you're an introvert and maybe it's time to just break out of that recharge moment, and then maybe it's time to celebrate. But then again, this being 2nd January, you know what it means? It means you've had a huge party, you've had a lot of fireworks, you had a lot of people partying in the crowds and all that, and that you maybe mistakenly went out there and you went, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? And now it's time to recharge. But whatever the case, I think it's more likely the case of just recovering today. Yeah. 2nd January, actually a lot of people are back to work, right? Okay, in Singapore, it's oh my god, I've lost track of the days. It is a what day is it? Okay, it's a Friday. It's a Friday. Okay, hey, you're going back to work on a Friday, which means a lot of you are on leave or an MC, right? Don't think I don't know. But for those of you who are working, we thank you for your service. And it's a short week. right? It's a Friday. I mean, who really does any work on Friday? Actually, many people do a lot of work on Friday. I know you're trying to finish off a lot of things on a Friday, on a normal day, but this is in between New Year's Day and a Saturday. So you know what? Whatever. Enjoy yourself in the office or wherever it is you are. So, the other wonderful thing that we celebrate today is National. Oh, this is so Singaporean Day, lah. National Buffet Day. I mean, come on. This is, I don't know what nation it is, but it sounds like Singapore. That's right. We all love our buffets. Our buffets are the best thing ever. Oh, buffets, dude. Dude. So, how do you celebrate National Buffet Day? That is the dumbest question ever. Actually, there are two ways. One is to go out to a buffet, right? But one is to host a buffet in your house. You can do that, right? Yeah. Actually, wow, if you think about it, me and the hubs, we actually love buffets more than and than I think many people. You know why? Okay, like there's some people who have a similar. Anyway, I tell you what, because our wedding was a buffet, and not just any old buffet. It was a champagne brunch type buffet dinner. We brought lunch into dinner. I mean, okay, we love a champagne brunch, right? So we made that our dinner. We made the hotel, St. Regis, thank you, love you. They worked so hard. They brought in these huge four tables from all parts of the hotel, brought it into the ballroom. Each huge table was a buffet style setup, which I didn't really get to see because we were just busy talking to everybody, right? Can I have my photos? I don't know why I put all the photos. I'm so terrible. Anyway, beautiful buffet, champagne brunch. We had sushi, we had oysters, we had carving station, we had dessert station, everything that you would get in a champagne brunch. And then we also had the bar inside the ballroom. Yeah, yes. You know what? Why? Because we know there are a lot of drinkers in our groups, right? And so we just wanted everybody to be in the ballroom together. And because it's a buffet, you get up out of your seat and you're mingling a lot more. So it was a real party atmosphere. At least I think so. And so if you want an idea for your wedding, that I think is something that you should explore. Hotels, you want to get something new going, do a buffet style. And also, can I just say, can we have our own tapao packets and waivers to sign? Because if I'm not mistaken, there is still a huge amount of waste coming out of events. Now, I might be wrong on this. I haven't done, the back end of an event for a long time. But if it's the case, and the reason that we know there are waste, because I know have a lot of people who work there, and with buffets or catering ballroom events with food. So I've heard lots of stories of how there's a lot of waste. Whatever's left over, the guests are not allowed to bring it home. Now, I don't know what happens at the back end, but I'm assuming a lot of it is thrown away. Now, if it's not, great. But if it is still happening, and I think for anyone working in a hotel or events in conference, whatever business, if it is still happening, why not have the option? Because why is it wasted? Why are you not allowed to bring in your own tapao, your own takeaway packets and boxes to take food away? Because they're scared of getting sued if someone eats the food and then you go, oh, I got sick. Oh, it's from that buffet. Oh, I got ill. I'm going to sue you and now I'm a millionaire. No, that is the reason. That is the reason why they're not allowed, the guests are not allowed to take home the food. Again, if I'm wrong and it's been updated, fabulous. If not, get everybody to just, whoever is a guest there, to sign a little waiver, digitally, so it's no waste of paper, to say, I will take away this food and I will not hold the company responsible. Because in the end, they always say with any buffet, whatever, there's a certain amount of time that you're allowed to eat it. After that, you have to dispose of it or put it in the fridge or whatever. But at least there's no waste. It feels so heartbreaking when all that food goes to waste. So why not get everybody to bring their own tapa boxes, a tiffin carrier. Let's make tiffin carrying a thing. It's so cute. And tiffin carriers are so cute nowadays. Anyway, tapa boxes, whatever. Let the guests have them or put it into the budget to buy, recyclable, disposable, organic, whatever, bio boxes. And so that the food can be taken away. Once they digitally sign a waiver, why not? All that food could be also going to other causes. Now, besides the guests themselves who just want a few leftovers of this beautiful buffet catered by your hotel or event space. Do you know what I saw recently? You might have seen it. This lady in, I don't know, is it Malaysia or China or somewhere. She went to a wedding and she asked very nicely. She gave a little ang pao to the bride and groom and says, if there are any leftovers after your party, may I tapao them back? This is for my cats. She runs a little sanctuary, and so it really helps with the bills for feeding the animals. And she even recooked some of it so it's not so salty and whatnot for the animals, so it's okay. She's not hurting them with too much salt or soy sauce, whatever. But all that food goes out to many many different causes. And if you think about it, our community cat feeders. I recently went on a feeding night with Prabha. She's one of our community cat feeders, and one of the big problems is food waste. So when it comes to events and when it comes to feeding the animals, it really is expensive, right? After a while, it's really hard on their pockets. Now they're doing what we ourselves can't do because let's face it, I'm too lazy or I'm too busy or like I just don't have that kind of commitment. And these ladies and gentlemen are actually going out there every other night taking turns to feed these little stray dogs and cats that really need that one meal, right? So why not? If you have an access point of food after an event, can that be a way of providing food to these community cat feeders and dog feeders? Because don't forget, waste is one thing in terms of like a buffet, but at the table where people's mouths have been on food and there's certain things that have been touched, no one's going to necessarily tap out the organic waste, right? Which is still got meat and fish and all that. That can actually be packed, if you can make an arrangement and then given to the community cat feeders and dog feeders. I should actually approach somebody and do that if they can. You know what I mean? The waiver can be where we confirm that it will only be for animals, and will be recooked for safe consumption by the animals, something like that. Because, gosh, this planet, we have so few resources. It's time to make sure that we close the loop a lot more, close the loop completely. You're 2026, for goodness sake. Anyway, so yeah. Wow, how did I get there? Oh, National Buffet Day. Oh, yeah. And the wedding and all that. Okay, now, when it comes to buffets, by the way, which is your favorite buffet? List it down here. I don't care about brands. Let's do it. Which buffet is your favorite? I have to say, as of now, although I haven't been to a buffet for a while, I love Ritz-Carlton's buffet. Oh my gosh, you ask me what even the name of the restaurant is. I'm like, I don't know. All I know is that Ritz-Carlton, and I go straight for the. I'm in there. I celebrated my 50th birthday at the Ritz-Carlton's buffet. Oh, come on, you know the name. So that's definitely one of my favorites. What's your favorite? Now, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, there are options. You're thinking, oh, difficult, right, to have a vegetarian buffet, but they exist, because what's the cost, right, when it comes to a buffet that is vegan? I mean, what's the take up rate? Tell you, there are many vegetarians in Singapore and vegans, and one great place I found is Lotus Vegetarian. Lotus is called Lotus Vegetarian, and they're at Holiday Inn Express Novena. Holiday Inn Express Novena. They have an extensive weekend buffet Friday to Sunday, local, international, dim sum, desserts as well, like waffles. So Lotus Vegetarian. I'm so going there. Plus you got Lingzi Vegetarian. Now they didn't say it's a buffet, but they have loads of Chinese vegetarian cuisine. Lakshmi is a very unique Indian vegetarian buffet with pay what you wish concept for lunch featuring home-style dishes. Now this is a summary from AI, so you gotta really check out again on these things. I just very casually looked it up on the internet. And then you've got other places where they do catering for home events and whatnot. And I loved Green Dot. I tried it once, not for catering, but I went there to eat. Packed, that place, Green Dot. Their food is legit good. Okay, so make sure you try that. And then there's another one. Let me see now. Middle Road, they've got a vegan restaurant, Indian vegan, but it's also they've got local dishes. So they do things like uh, what do you call that? Hokkien mee and nasi lemak and all that. Some of it is quite legit, I got to say. Okay, and it's purely vegan. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Some of it I'm like, okay, I can't get over. Like it's not exactly like a Mirabos or something. Although Mirabos was okay. So Seva Cafe, SEVA, Seva Cafe. Oh my gosh, great vegan food. And I tell you, so many of the dishes are just so legit and delicious. So go and try it. It's at Middle Road. They are 190 Middle Road at the, I believe, Fortune Center, was it? Yes, 190 Middle Road. And a third floor. Okay, so you got to try that. It's really good. So yeah, okay. So when it comes to buffets, that is how you celebrate National Buffet Day. The other way is to do what we did this Christmas. In fact, a lot of events we've done at home now, celebrations, we do buffet style because it's just so much easier. I'm sure you do it too. Actually, there's no big new biggie thing. Butterfly, hi butterfly. So yeah, I think it's the best way. Do a spread. It's very interesting to see, people going for the food at buffet style. It's just so fun. I just love it. And I say interesting because that's when you discover people don't like vegetables. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. For the meat eaters, they go straight for the meat, obviously. But the vegetables, they do like that. It's just that they go for it a bit later. Yeah. But yeah, let's celebrate on this day buffet style. Oh, the other way you can celebrate with on this National Buffet Day. I don't know which national day it is. Oh, by the way, two more things. Two more things. I'm sorry. The other way you can celebrate Buffet Day is it Eat Go or Eat I Go? It's a great concept again to help reduce waste. I love it because I'm sure you all know a lot of people you know. If you don't, for those who don't know, it is an app where if you punch in and just keep updating certain buffets at restaurants, let's say the buffet ends at 2:30 or 3, by 1:30 or 2 o'clock maybe, if you go in there, again, different timings at different restaurants, and you book, you will get 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50% discount, depending on whether they want to really just push the crowd in. You'll get a huge discount off the main price of the buffet. That is if you're willing to go in when there's less, maybe slightly less options. They're almost about to close. So you don't really feel like, oh, I'm here for the big events. You're here for the ending part so you don't waste, but you get a great discount. It's fabulous. Buffet at a really huge discount. I'm there. And the other buffet is I gotta try this one. I've been meaning to, but the awfully chocolate one. This is not sponsored, by the way, but the Awfully Chocolate Bakery and Cafe Buffet. I haven't even tried it, and I don't want to gatekeep because it's so good. You want to keep it alive. And not that they have trouble keeping it alive, lah. But, it's just something I want to try. Anyway, so happy National Buffet Day. This has been Go with the Flow, your daily company. When I can be bothered. I'm just kidding. I'm here. Kind of. Anyway, thanks for the company. Have a good day. And like and subscribe and share and watch again. And notifications. I'm learning. Have a good day.